What's up, guys? It's Chyedi. So today we're going to be doing a collaboration with my friend Chyedi. So on my video, we'll be talking about how distance runners are better than sprinters. On his video, he's going to be talking about how sprinters are better than distance runners. So we're going to both give our cases, and then you guys get to decide who you think is right. But of course, I'll be right. It'll be me. Okay, I just wanted to quickly say, I don't hate every sprinter. This is completely based off of my own personal experience with the sprinters where I'm currently living. I don't hate all sprinters. My mom's a sprinter, 2 of my uncles are sprinters. I do sprints sometimes. And Shazit's a sprinter. I don't hate him, he's cool. Yeah, so I mean, this is none of the people that live where I do, that do sprints, are ever gonna see this video. So it's fine. And yeah, now we can go to the video. So, at least after you hear what I have to say. This isn't like the context of track. So, yeah. I'll actually take those shoes. So, my first reason to why distance runners are better than sprinters is that we're, more humble in a way. Because sprinters, they brag a lot. They'll talk to you about how, they have bigger muscles and stuff. Because their fast twitch muscles are bigger and stuff, and they'll talk about how they're just better, and it's weird because the coaches somehow reinforce that, because in my track team we didn't even have a distance coach. We had a thrower who coached distance because we didn't have one. No one cared enough to even get us one, or at least sign up to be a distance coach. Actually, we did have one, but he was in junior high and he retired. He was awesome, but yeah, he retired now, which is too bad because we really need a distance coach. So yeah, and yeah, they just get a lot of extra attention. There was this one time, this guy on my track team, he ran a 4x8 for the first time and only time. He ran the 4x8, which it was ridiculous because to him that was a huge deal, but to me it was it's 2 laps. Why are you being so dramatic about it? Whoa, it's 2 laps. There's literally nothing complicated about that. Of course, the 800, I will admit, is the hardest race to do. Because in 800, it's really hard to pace yourself in the 800. So I guess I kind of understand why he was nervous, but still, it's 2 laps, and everyone on the team, they were all they got so it was they were weirdly excited just to watch him run 2 laps. That's just more than he's ever done, literally. And that was just so ridiculous to me. Which that leads into another topic, is how sprinters are very dramatic. So after the sprinters, after they get done racing, they lay down and they moan and they make all these noises and stuff, and they talk about how they can't breathe and stuff, and it's just ridiculous. Because I know if any distance runner, if any of us did that, it would just be come on, get up, you're being dramatic. I know that's exactly what they would say, but with them it's just oh, good job, and everyone gives them so much support and stuff, but everyone just constantly is just making fun of the distance runners all the time. And it gets annoying, honestly, because distance runners ever make fun of them. They just only make fun of us, and it doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, they're really dramatic. Let me look at my paper I have a whole list. So, okay, here's another one. They can't outrun anyone past 400 meters. Now, people always talk about how distance, it's not really that impressive and stuff, and how they how they're not really doing anything. They're just running slowly for a long time. Okay, so the sprinters, they can't go past 400 meters without freaking out. They couldn't outrun anybody. Even the most basic person, their plan is if they don't catch you immediately, if they were chasing someone or they ain't chased, if they were chasing someone and they didn't catch them immediately, they would just stop and be whatever. but a distance runner could keep going and catch the person. Cause like any distance runner could catch a sprinter eventually, because they would give up. They don't have that same drive that distance runners have. Because it's kind of hard to, like, if you're running 3 miles or something, to just force yourself to keep going and stuff. But sprinters, they'll just stop. They don't care. And it's weird because they brag the most about how strong they are and stuff. Like all those giant muscles they're so obsessed with, doesn't help them at all with actual running. Not just sprinting for a couple seconds and then saying, okay, cool, we're done. Which also leads me to another, this is a kill compilation, honestly. So which also leads me to another topic where the sprinters, they can't, like, we can do a sprinter's workout, but the sprinters can't do our workouts. So we did sprinters and the distance runners did a workout one day, and it was just like you just run like to 50 meters, like you're sprinting as hard as you can the entire time, like to 50 meters, then to like 75, then 100, then 25, in increments of 25. So it's nothing too big, but after the sprinters were done, they were literally in the middle of the field throwing up. Like, the sprinters were in the middle of the field throwing up, and we were all just like, okay, cool, we're done. We were just walking home because it wasn't that intense. It was ridiculous. Like, it was just a really average workout to us. Because, like, sprinters, they know nothing of working hard. They just do their really fast workouts, and they're like, okay, I'm done. That was a huge challenge, you know. Even though, like, there was one workout, like, cause like I did like the 4x2 in junior high and stuff. So like I did the sprinting workout, and it was literally 3 150s, and we were done. That's it. And they're like, okay, cool, go home. But since I was the only distance runner, they kept me there, and I ran an extra mile. Like, that's actually like working hard. They don't know anything about that. Oh, another thing. All they do is complain. They're the whiniest group of people at track. Like, the throwers, like, even though they don't really do like stuff that like really makes you want to like throw up and like really hard stuff, they're still cool. Like, they're nice. They're not like ridiculous, like, and obnoxious like the sprinters. So I like throwers, but the sprinters, like after that kid at 4x, he was complaining the whole time, and after just like if they have to do more than what's like extremely like really minimal stuff, they complain like a lot, and the coaches just go along with it like it's hilarious. And I know if I complained one time about something that we did in the distance workout, he would just say, you know what, you can sit down or something. You can just go sit down, and you don't have to participate if you're just going to be annoying. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any. Another thing. They always have an excuse or just some kind of injury or reason why they could have gone faster. And, like, how they're not really... like how they messed up or something, because they're like, all the sprinters, they always are like, man, like after they're done racing, before they're racing, they're fine, they're great, but if they don't PR, they're just like, man, my stomach was hurting before that, or like, man, my knee was killing me, just out of the blue, completely random, and it didn't make any sense, because it was like, before that you were absolutely fine. I don't get where this problem's coming from. Like, they can never just admit that, you know, I didn't do very well today. Like, it's literally that easy, just saying, like, you know, I could have done better, but it's fine. There's always the next meet. But no, I've never seen a sprinter do that before. And half of them don't even care. Like, in junior high, there were like, we had so many people. Like, I have a big class, and they just, like, we had so many sprinters. It was literally everyone. It was just a bunch of people who were afraid to do distance because they knew it was gonna hurt. Like, and distance doesn't even like hurt. It's just, you just have to have like grit or something, just something that'll keep you going. It's really not that hard. There were literally like 6 distance runners and like 20 sprinters, and that's not even exaggeration. That's literal fact. That's just true. So yeah, and you know, I feel like I know exactly what Chyedi's gonna say. He's literally just gonna say, well, they have smaller muscles and they aren't as fast. He's gonna say those 2 things at one point. Or he's gonna say that we're more weak or something. Like, I guess they're like, it's not even that they're stronger than us. It's just that their muscles are like physically bigger. But like they're mentally weaker than distance runners, and that's just fact. Like, they have already told themselves that they can't do a mile, or they can't do 2 laps in 800. They can't do an 800. It's just like, jeez. I can't. That's the only thing I can imagine Chyedi saying, like his only argument to why the distance runners are. Wow, that was stupid of me. I think that's everything. I went kind of out of order on my list, but yeah. Well, basically what I said was just a quick recap. Well, they get a lot more undeserved attention. They can't outrun anybody past 400 meters. Wait, give me a sec. I gotta murder this man, or get murdered. Okay, I got murdered. All right. So they can't outrun anybody past 400 meters. Their workouts are basically nothing, at least where I'm currently living. All they do is complain. They're very dramatic. They always have some excuse or fake injury, and the least we can do their workouts. And they're also very rude, and they're very like braggy, and like they try to threaten you in this really weird, like, teenager high schooly way. Like, they try to like say like, well, yeah, we have bigger muscles than you or something. You're like, yeah, you're gonna get demoted to a distance runner, like, because you can't, like, with sprinting, like, they aren't like working in the morning. Like, they aren't doing anything really hard, like, except for that maybe one distance runner who's lifting every morning or doing push-ups. But even after that, you can only lift for so long. And you don't really get those. You can't lift every day, or you'll just lose you won't get the benefits. And like, they just don't care. Like, they're gonna get treated right. They're gonna get treated better than distance. And even in school and stuff, it's like, oh, cool, a sprinter, you know. They're just gonna get treated right and stuff, and distance isn't. I guess that's just how it is, but it shouldn't be that way. It should really be the opposite. Because we work way harder than distance runners. Not distance runners, sprinters ever will in their entire lives, honestly. Maybe not in their entire lives, that's an exaggeration. But we work way harder than they do, basically. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm only like halfway sorry to any sprinter I may have offended on this video, but you can't even deny anything I said because it's all fact. Every little bit, it's all fact. So yeah, I may leave the play I'm playing right now, or I might put in some other ranked I was doing because I was killing it the other day that I recorded this ranked, and then this one I'm just dying. So I don't know. It's gonna be weird to be hearing clicking when there's not actually clicking. But that's future English problem. I'll figure that out. So yeah, thank you for watching. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. And yeah, kind of sorry to any sprinter I may have offended during this video, but I don't know. You shouldn't be mad because it's all true. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like this video. We're still just trying to get to 110. We're at 107 when I'm looking at this. So we've been like going up and down and stuff. We need to start going up. So let's get to 110, and then if we're already at 110 when you're seeing this, just keep going. Just send this video to your friends and stuff, and go subscribe to Chyedi. He's at 31 right now. So yeah. Bye.